Okay, this is the axle, and didn't think about this until now, of course. How am I going to hold the phone? But I pressed in this the seal, and I put grease inside it. There's a spring that retains the circle of the seal, and if you're hammering on anything or banging on anything, you can pop out that spring accidentally. So that just sits there loosely, and this is the bearing with the race, and as remember, the cone goes this way. And I pack the bearing. Basically, I take a clump of grease in my hand, and I rub the bearing on the edge here until it bleeds out the other side. So therefore we know that it's, you know, well packed. Now, this is the setup I have. I have the press back up, but basically the bearing goes on first, and then the spacer goes on. Yeah, the bearing goes on first, and the spacer, and then we're going to put this whole axle in upside down. I got the seal on already, as you just saw me do, and let's see how this works. Obviously that falls out of my hand. Well, let's see how much I curse. Okay. Okay, so I had a bunch of spaces from a wheel balancer that I never ended up using, but I saved the metal parts, and it's really heavy duty, so I know it's going to sit in the right place and be, you know, it's going to be just right. And I'm not going to worry about anything. And then this is an old bearing that's a little bit bigger than the size that's here. And why is this not going in further? Oh, that's where the bearing starts. Okay, so this guy is going to go, that's where the seal seals, up there. And then the bearing has to bottom out all the way to here. And obviously I got to line this up. And that's got to go in line there. Looks like I'm still off by a hair. Space these out a little bit more because we don't want any binding. It's nice and heavy, so even if it's catching only on the edges, it should be okay. And then I use one of my random Mahuya dads, I call them, just to build this up so I have something to press onto. And let's see, maybe I'll use this guy instead, unless I can use them in conjunction. Okay, yeah, so this will be a nice heavy duty setup. It'll be right on center, and it'll work the way I expect it to. And this seal now is catching the sealing surface, so it's kind of suctioning on there. And now we hit this guy until it goes in here and touches this, and it will start to have some pressure, and it should go on. I feel it going already, so this is going to work. Oh, my phone is like upside down the whole time. That would really suck, but oh. I just hope that the other thing is aligned, or it gets self-aligned to some degree. This stupid handle. Okay, there's something wrong. Probably because the spacer is not, it didn't go right in. Kind of to be expected, sort of. So, I gotta make sure I'm aligned with all of this here. And on center as possible. Let's see how this does. There we go. Ooh, and basically when we see the bearing hit that lip, I got a little more grease in here than I would like. You know, because you gotta, it's very hard to pack that bearing. Forgive my mess. It's very hard to pack that bearing otherwise. Oh wait, I got brand new rags here. So, I can't believe I have this